Just in case you guys haven't seen me make enough bread on this channel, here is another bread recipe. Here's my pita bread that I'll be using for my black bean sandwich. Let's get started. All right. So this is optional. I wanted to add some fresh herbs or some herbs to my pita bread. So you can, by all means, skip this step if you do not want any herbs. I just have here some fresh rosemary and a bit of oregano and, yeah, a bit of oregano, salt, and pepper. All right, into the bowl goes the yeast, just a little sprinkle of some sugar, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and there's my herbs and salt. And so it's the equivalent of about 1 1/4 cups of liquid, 3 1/2 to 3 1/4 cups of flour. So that's a really good ratio to start with, and depending on where you are, you can alter the recipe with more or less flour. But it's fairly humid down here in South Florida, so I end up adding just a little bit more. So as you can see here, the dough is nice and soft. I kneaded it for about 5 minutes in the mixer. If you're kneading by hand, make sure you knead for about 10 minutes. Get a nice upper body workout. And so from here, I just, onto a floured surface, I just put my pita bread dough. And just in case you don't know how to knead, make sure you hop back and check out my steam bun recipe. I show you how to knead the dough by hand in that recipe. So definitely check that out. And here we go. So we have our dough here. I'm just going to pop this inside of an oiled bowl, just a bowl lightly coated with oil, and allow that to rest and double in size, which is also known as proofing. So I'm just going to allow that to proof, and then we are ready for the next step. All right, so it's nice and poofy. We're just going to punch that down, push out all that air onto the floured surface, and we're going to divide the dough and get it ready for baking. So for the first pita breads that I'm making, these are the pita pockets, and they're really simple to make. You just roll it out, as you can see there. The As you can see, I'm punching the ends or the outsides of the dough with my fingers. This is an additional step. It's something that I like to do. You definitely do not have to do it. It's not required. And for the second pita bread, that's going to be for the stovetop. It's more or less a flatbread. It's not a pocket, but it's definitely a standard pita bread minus the pocket. So you just sear it on both, or cook it, I should say, on both sides. And that's it. Really, really simple, and it's really good. Those went into the oven at about 375. The ones that I baked the edges, and they puffed up very nice. And here's the stove top pita bread. So as you can see, it's really good. All right, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.